It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, the early part of the season has not unfolded the way they pictured it. They've struggled to perform on a consistent basis, and it's led to a series of disappointing results. You just don't know which team is going to show up every night. And Luke Walton, the 26th head coach in Lakers franchise history, he said it was his dream job. It's the team that drafted him and where he won his titles. Guys, do you like the hire?
Well, I mean, he showed as an interim coach with the Warriors, he could get the job done. They started out, Ernie, 24-0 when he was a Warrior coach. He broke the NBA record. So how in the world would you not get it? You went 39-4 overall. So you set the stage for what the best record in the NBA history ever had.
Well, I know Luke very well. He was my rookie. He used to carry my bags. He's worked with coaches like the great Phil Jackson, Steve Kerr. What I like about him is he has the right disposition, very laid back, and I think the young players speak his language.
Were you tough on him when he was your rookie?
I sure was.
What's the worst thing you made him do?
Go to Krispy Kreme and give me some donuts.
What was that, like 18 times a day?
That would be correct.
Time for tip-off.
More donuts, please.
Let's send it to Kevin.
Glaze.
But I just got back with these.
Glaze.
I want more.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Look at the Lakers. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And I think for the Lakers, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. TA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis was taken with the 4th pick in 2015, and he was considered a project, but he's shown himself ready, and part of that has been his mentality. He said, they thought I was afraid, but that's not who I am. I'll never back down from anybody. If I want to succeed, I can't be scared of anybody. I've got to be fearless out there on the court. Kevin?
Thanks, TA. And what's scary is Porzingis is only going to get better. That kind of fearlessness will help him in the long run. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players, not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. So there's a level of endurance required in addition to both the physical and mental maturation standpoint.
Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Hardaway. Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Lee in at the 3, the small forward. The Lakers with the ball, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, got into foul trouble and really played out of control and just couldn't overcome it.
I think you really have to think they beat themselves out there, right? You can't be fouling another team like that consistently, and that's just asking to get beat.
A wide open look here for Lopez bangs home the trifecta. Lopez has got the opening field goal of the game for Los Angeles. Right side, Porzingis to the inside. Cantor. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Kuzma passes the ball. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Misses the three. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, Mr. Porzingis, nice to know you're not afraid to mix it up. Boy, you gotta love that grit and hustle.
Here's Kuzma. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. From past the arc. Here's Lopez. Porzingis with the block. Outside check. Back to Porzingis. Got it. Good job in the low post. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lopez, a screen on Hardaway. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, here's Cantor. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Here's Ball. Makes it off the glass.
And the intelligence, his overall basketball IQ, Ball just has a knack for being in the right spot, especially when the break is on.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Jack following the basket. Porzingis with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Caldwell Pope with a screen for Ball. Ingram dishes to Ball. Passes it to Kuzma. Pocket 6. From outside, off the mark. For New York, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Doris, when you watch Porzingis on the defensive end of the floor, it's just jaw-dropping. The ground he can cover and the way he challenges at the rim can change the way a team chooses to attack him.
I agree, because he provides so much in terms of rim protection and weak side help. It's a huge boost to any defense. This guy can be one of the best shot blockers in the league. Does an incredible job switching with his length and speed.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope following the shot by Jared Jack. Lopez a screen. Puts it up from 7, and Ingram finishes inside.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Outside, Porzingis. Lee against Caldwell Pope. Here's Cantor. Lopez with the block. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Now, here is Jack. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Well, he found an opening he liked that time and took full advantage of what the defense gave him.
But they recover it. Caldwell Pope. It's blocked. Turned away against Caldwell Pope. In the corner, it's Jack. Next to Porzingis. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The dish to Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's Ball in the corner. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. He kicks it to Ball. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got 5 points so far.
Liking the vision vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Porzingis with the block. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Hardaway with a wide open look. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And Doris, it's nice to see Brook Lopez the last few seasons stay relatively healthy.
Well, I think for 7-footers, anyone who plays on the interior, you can get such wear and tear on the body. I think he's taken motivation from those injuries, and he's making the most of his time on the court.
Two shots.
That's good from Brook Lopez.
Well, Brook Lopez was drafted by the Nets. Remember, he played almost a decade there, half in New Jersey, the other half in Brooklyn. And when that team went young, it made sense to move him to a more competitive environment.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Jarrett Jack. Both free throws good from Lopez. And Lopez saw a little of everything with the Nets.
Well, you think about he played under 5 different head coaches, and double that if you count the interims he had to play with. So even though he spent so many years with one franchise, there was not a whole lot of continuity for him. A free agent after the season, we'll see if he can find a more stable situation.
Now here's Ingram. 26 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
There's a screen by Cantor. And there's the feed to Hardaway. New York moving the ball around. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 or 5. And watching Porzingis play, you know, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. You know, not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks, but if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
Basket counts.
Boy, Cantor, if he's that deep, the defense has no chance. Excellent at getting his shot up there.
Hardaway against Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. New York ahead, up by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
And I'll tell you, rejection after rejection, the other team having a tough time scoring.
The Knicks with the lead. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wing. Handle out there with Bogut, and it's Clarkson in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Porzingis with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Hardaway for three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Randall dishes to Clarkson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? George Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And he makes the first. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson. New York trailing. Hardaway with it. 26 points for him last game against Utah.
The other thing, when you consider how many free throws he shot, drawing fouls is an art, and really he has mastered that part of the game.
Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Lee. It's over Ingram, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, this is one thing that Courtney Lee will always do. He's going to play defense. He can guard multiple positions. It's why he'll always be a mainstay of a rotation.
Free throw drops for Lee. And with Lee, he doesn't make a lot of highlight-level defensive plays, but Doris, he's sneaky with how effective he can be on that end of the floor.
Well, Lee will get you some steals. He'll get down in a defensive stance and guard his man. He's got great reach, quick hands to bother jump shooters. There's a lot to like about this guy in terms of his tenacity.
And both free throws good for Lee. Doris, who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound, in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, to think he can dish it out. I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today, and frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves. Defensively, they do a better job getting out there on him on those mid-range jumpers. That's his specialty.
Screen by Porzingis. Pass to Ntilikina. He dishes it to Lee. Shoots off the screen, and it's sent back by Bogut.
Now a good extension by Bogut. He, of the monstrous wingspan, also did a really good job timing that shot. That's nice.
Here's Hart. Back to Randall. Here's Ingram. Over Lee. And it's Ingram missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Out left to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. Offline with his 3. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
And this is really good defensive pressure, whether he gets the block or not.
No, Greg, you're absolutely right. This is strong defense. It's about making the shooter feel uneasy, and that's what he did.
And they pick up 2.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
Well, Quinn with it. Bogut picks him up. Lee, that's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And here is Ingram. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Bogut with a screen on Lee. Here's Ingram. And the shot is long.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Pass to Ntilikina. Porzingis with the ball. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Hart. And Lee pulls it down.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Hart. Knocks down the three ball. And the Lakers lead by one. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Porzingis. 9 points in the game so far. Lee with the ball. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Lee passes to Quinn. Hardaway from outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a three on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Now here's Ingram. Tipped away. Stolen by Quinn. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. And he comes up with the deuce. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward. And it's easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. His size, the long arms, the shooting ability. The D has no clue as to what to do.
Now here's Lee. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Lakers trail by 4. Hart the pass to Clarkson. Ingram kicks to Bogut. Back to Ingram. Bogut with a screen on Lee. Here's Ingram. Again, Los Angeles.
It started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Lee outside. Dishes it to Quinn. Here's the screen, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Cantor checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. McDermott comes in for Lee. And Jared Jack is subbed in for Hardaway. Now, here's Clarkson. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for New York.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
And he makes the first. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been? One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
There's the pick. Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. Over Caldwell Pope. Not going to go that time.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
No good off the back of the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Now here is Jack. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now Ball. Feeds it to Lopez. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Lakers lead by 2.
I'll tell you, the defense can throw whatever they want towards Brook Lopez. In the end, he's too big and too strong.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. What's your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking and out-hustling.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
New York trailing. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. We've got Lee. Jarrett Jack is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Hey, Kevin, another one for Porzingis. And we don't know yet what his ceiling is as a scorer. But we do know he's lighting it up right now.
Ball. And a miss there on the triple. New York shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Hardaway against Caldwell Pope. Over in the corner, Porzingis. There's a screen by Kanter. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Marvelous start to the second half. 3 for 3.
Lakers trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kuzma passes to Ingram. There's the pick. Lopez a screen. Pulls up. High post. They grab their own miss. Misses the follow-up.
They were hoping for a fast start. Instead, they're 0 for 4.
Lee dishes to Jack. And the shot goes in. And now a 6-point New York lead. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Ingram wide open, and the Lakers with another miss, and the Knicks with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. Lee kicks to Porzingis. They set the pick. Over Caldwell Pope. That's short off the rim.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Right, or he can just concede the rebound, and probably better off doing that than picking up a silly foul.
Now here's Porzingis. Hardaway kicks to Lee. The kick out to Jack. Cantor with a screen on Lopez. Back to Lee. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Lee's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, just no reason Lee should be left to shoot open shots from there. He's a remarkable long-distance shooter.
Lopez passes to Ingram. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still real thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature. Guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Now here is Jack, right now averaging about 5 points a game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back to the basket, low post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward. And really no other way to put it, but the Lakers with that dramatic front office change last season around that deadline and new big name leadership, the hope is that they can escape from what's been an awfully rocky patch here of Lakers history.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
The inside, covered by Brewer. Offensive rebound. Cantor. The kick out to Jack. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Jack's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks. LA's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the turmoil for the Lakers up top has certainly been fodder for the newspapers in Southern California.
Border takeover attempts, infighting, court battles. I mean, this has been a soap opera. But one thing is certain, in order to be successful as a franchise, you need everybody on the same page.
Now here is Jack after the miss from Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Ball. He's got 5. Now the pass to Lopez. Brewer with the ball. Pass the ball. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Porzingis sets the pick for Jack. Pass to Porzingis over Lopez. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 17 points for Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
Ball dishes to Caldwell-Pope. There's a screen. Ball kicks to Brewer. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pocket 6. Lopez passes to Caldwell-Pope. But they get it back. Ball kicks to Lopez. His 3-pointers off the mark. New York leading by 8. Outside Hardaway. Lee outside. Lets a floater go.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
1:56 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Kuzma passes the ball. Good on the 3-point shot. Ball's got 11.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Lee outside. There's a screen by Cantor. And it's blocked.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Well, Jeff Hornacek was chosen to be the head coach of the New York Knicks with the understanding that the triangle offense would be part of the system put in place. Now, with the change in the front office, that is no longer the case, guys.
The Hornacek probably more comfortable with an up-tempo modern style. And Doris will see what he does with this new offensive freedom. The Knicks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Two shots. That free throw good from Porzingis.
I'll tell you, Kevin, this is the rare 7-footer who excels at the free throw line. Porzingis is not the guy you want to foul.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. McDermott's checked in for New York. Ntilikina comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Good on both.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
58 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Clarkson, 11 feet away. McDermott can't get it to go. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm. And more recently, you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Here's Clarkson. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Ball no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Knicks. They lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. Great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. The Lakers trail. Paul and Clarkson team up together in the backcourt. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Paul has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's a good screen. Right side Jack. Pass to Ntilikina. Beasley the screen. Canner in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 points. That one goes. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Works and dishes the ball. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Lopez. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
There's a screen by Canner. With the block, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. The Lakers making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Pass to Ntilikina. Some nice passing by New York here. There's a screen by Canner. Here's Beasley, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. That one on Caldwell-Pope.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good from Beasley. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And Beasley drops both of them. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. To the right wing. It counts, and the foul. That one is on Beasley.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
That one misses. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Lakers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Clarkson passes to Ingram. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The pass to Kuzma to take the lead. It's rebounded by New York.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding made.
Now here's McDermott. That's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots. Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
Shot.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here's Clarkson. Lopez a screen. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Pass to Ntilikina. It's good. And the Knicks lead by 2.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
Now, here's Clarkson. Kicks to Lopez. Back to Clarkson. He feeds it to Ingram. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. On its way from McDermott for 2. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Ingram dishes to Clarkson. Pass to Kuzma. Lopez a screen. Caldwell Pope left side. Fires the 3. That one, no good. And New York will come the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And Jack kicks to Cancer. Misses the layup.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
All by himself. Here's Ntilikina. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court. So fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And the Lakers have possession. Following the score by New York.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now Clarkson. Lopez a screen on Jack. Now here's Clarkson. They need this. And he lays it up and in.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Ball's timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Beasley. Lee comes in for McDermott, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's a summary of what Jeff Hornacek went over with his guys during the break. It was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Here's Caldwell Pope after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's Lopez. Knicks with the rebound. Hardaway has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pass to Ntilikina. Dish now to Lee. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Porzingis with the steal. Lee goes in. And Lee with the stuff.
And when Lee is using that speed on the attack, he's very dangerous. Crafty, nifty, shifty, you name it, he's got it.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Lopez. Lopez missing again.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Here's Ntilikina. Lee outside. Kanter sets the pick for Lee. There's a screen by Kanter. Shoots from the elbow. That shot misses. Good D by Lopez. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Ingram. And Kanter pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pick by Lee. Here's Ntilikina. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Now the Lakers on the break. Ingram's running. Here's Lopez. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
There's the feed to Hardaway. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And all the energy has been sucked out of this arena. This is not what the fans came to see.
Well, they took the crowd completely out of this game, and when you get a lead like that, it's sort of deflating for the home crowd. What a solid victory on the road.
Hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
Brook Lopez hits them both. Sessions with it. And so it's the Knicks with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.